Hi everyone, my name is Christian Para and this is my CIS 3367 midterm project. My midterm project is based off of one of my biggest interests, which is MMA, mixed martial arts, specifically the UFC, that specific company. And MMA is a contact sport that incorporates different disciplines such as boxing, karate, Muay Thai, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, and amongst other styles as well. Although there are a rare few that don't study opponents, many MMA fighters and teams use videos and stats to determine a game plan on how to engage their opponent. Video and stats can let a fight team understand what their opponent's strengths and weaknesses are, and in a contact sport where anything could easily change, having the edge in any category is most ideal. So we'll start by going to my data set. This is my data set that I got from Kaggle. And most of the information is broken down per round, and it gives you head strike information, body strike information, leg kicks, and other information such as fighter age, weight, hometown, and lots of information that I was able to manipulate for what I needed to present. So I made a few columns, total takedown, which pretty much adds round one, grappling takedowns landed. Round two, round three, adds them all up. I did the same thing for head strikes, and then I also converted kilograms to what we use here in the U.S. Pounds. So I took the fighter weight and I multiplied it by this, and this is their weight. Then I took their weight and I used a conditional statement known as if statements. And using the fighter's weight, I was able to and using this conditional statement, I was able to break them down into their weight classes. So for this if first part of the if statement, and this is a nested if, first part of the if statement, for if you're 126 pounds equal to or less, you're considered a flyweight, and anything above that that is equal to or under 136 but above 126, you're considered bantamweight, and if you're equal to or below 146, considered a featherweight. 156 and under, lightweight. 171 and under, welterweight. Then 186 and under is middleweight. 206 and under is light heavyweight. Anything above that is just considered heavyweight. So and here are the other columns that I did for body strikes landed, submission attempts, and ground strikes landed, clinch strikes landed, or clinch strikes landed. And I also did I broke down the fighter's age into age groups, and I used another conditional statement known as switch, or a switch statement, I mean. So if the expression is true, it'll pretty much label them either early 30s, over 40, mid 30s, and the way I did it is if the fighter is equal to zero for some reason, if they didn't have any age, it's considered unknown. If the fighter's age is greater than zero, and the fighter's age is whoops, sorry, sorry about that. And if the fighter is equal to or less than 20, they're labeled 20 and under. And then I also did that for early 20s, which is above 20 and below 24. I did that for mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, and anything above 39. If they're 40 or over, they're just labeled over 40. Now, if we go back to my dashboard and to most head strikes, here's an example of the table and charts I created using the UFC data. I also used it, set it up in top 10. So I have top 10 fighters to land the most head strikes in 3 rounds. I did that for most takedowns landed and other categories. And if we go to my dashboard, this is the dashboard which breaks down the data set into charts that displays the top 10 fighters to land the most takedowns, head strikes, submission attempts, ground strikes, clinch strikes, and most body strikes. On the right side, it breaks down some data set for most knockdowns per weight class. My data slicers give the users possibility to remove a weight class or age group. For example, if I want to remove the bantamweight and featherweight, we'll see how the charts adjust to that. I could also remove an age group. I'll take that into consideration. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to create a power view map. So first, let's go to the knockdown percentages chart and click the Insert tab. And we're going to go to Power View. And once Power View loads, I'm going to select, let me close filters from my data fields. I'm going to select hometown and name. Then under the Design tab, we're going to go to the Switch Visualization, and we're going to click on Maps. And I'm going to resize this map. And then I'm going to add a few more items. I'm going to add age group to tile by, and then the size, it's going to be by name. Then locations will be their hometowns, and for color, I'm going to use the weight class. So now I could select the early 30s. So now it shows me a map and pretty much color coded in the fighters in their early 30s where they live. I could also select a specific weight class. Say I selected a featherweight. There's 5 in this part of Brazil, Fortaleza. So yeah, so that's how you create a Power View map. And it's not pretty simple, but once you're able to manipulate it, you could see different possibilities of what you could do with these type of maps, especially if you're trying to understand a fighter and what region they come from. Most wrestlers, they say, come from the North American region, so it gives you an idea, and a lot of submission artists is from Brazil. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my midterm project, and hope you found it interesting, all the amazing charts and tables you can create on Excel. I also hope you were able to understand how to create a Power View map. Well, take care, everyone, and please like my video. Thank you.